If you've watched my channel before, you know that I'm making a marble racing game. One of the features here is a GUI that allows you to change the color of your marble, but how does it work? Well, one of my viewers asked this question in a comment on one of my videos, and it's not hard to make, so let's take a look at how to make a similar GUI yourself. This video does not cover how to make a marble avatar, but after watching this, you should be able to make the GUI work with one. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna make a little GUI that can change the color of, like, a marble or something. But we'll just start with just a normal part. I'll show you how to adapt it to literally any part you want in the game. So we're just gonna insert one part. Let's say, make this thing, I don't know, pretty big. It's about the size of a Roblox character. This next part's not really required, but you should probably anchor it. And we'll rename this color change part. So, this doesn't matter. The naming doesn't matter. So you can just, I'll show you what happens when you name it something different, but let's just start with that. So, if you want to follow this exactly, you're going to want to have that. Now, I just inserted a screen GUI and a frame into here. So, what you're going to want to do is get this down to whatever corner that you want. I'm going to go with bottom right corner. So I'm going to have the anchor point be 1, 1. And then have my position here be 1, 0, 1, 0. This puts it in the bottom corner, as you can see. Size, let's say 30% of the screen and 25% of the screen, or 30% of the screen. There you go. Now I'm gonna make this look nice real quick. Alright, now we got it looking nice with UI corner, gradient, and UI stroke. UI corner, UI gradient, UI stroke. It doesn't matter, but we'll just go ahead and insert a text button now. And we'll change its background color 3. So let's make this change the brick red. Like, make it a red brick. So we're going to set this to a red color. So, by the way, yeah, 25500. This is what we're going to use. We're going to do a couple things to that as well. There we go. We got our red button now. So, what you're going to want to do after that, ignore all this UI stuff. But what you're going to want to do with this is you're going to want to insert a local script. And we're going to want this to change on the server side. So, we're also going to want to insert a remote event into here. Name this color change event. So, in our local script here, we'll define a variable here. So, local button equals script.parent. So now, we have it so that the button variable is this. So, anything that we decide to do. Anyway, basically, this here also means this. Now, we're going to say button dot activated, meaning whenever it's clicked, connect function. We're also going to want to do one more little thing here. So local color equals button dot background color 3, which is the same thing we just changed over here. We could also change this to anything else if we want a different shade of red. So we could go like color 3 dot from RGB something. So we could use this, or we could go color 3 dot from RGB and then insert our color here. This is probably the better way to do it, because like if you want it to be easier to customize, just go with background color. If you want to be able to have it not tied to the design of the GUI, use this. So, we're going to use that. Then we're going to go with game get service replicated storage dot color change event. This is the remote event we have in replicated storage here. Fire server and then we'll type color here. So this will tell the server what color we want it to be. Now, we have this, but if we go in here, we can see that won't work. Like, doesn't work yet. So we'll see. I can click this all day, it's not going to turn red. Now, to make it turn red, we can go to server script service, insert a script. Now, we're going to go with game :get service replicated storage dot color change event dot on server event connect function. Now, when you're doing remote events here, it requires you to put in a player variable, so we're going to put in player there, so PLR for player, and color. This is going to be the color variable we send, this is just the player you send it, so if we want to say print PLR dot change the color of the brick. So, this will print that I changed the color of the brick. I completely forgot it needs to be player.display name, or player.name will also work. But in this case, we're going to want to use display name, because, yeah. The reason we want to use display name here is because, say if we're going to make a GUI that announces you change the color to the entire server, that way it would show their display name instead of username. Here we go. Now we can see. Way change the color of the brick. Way is my display name here. If you see this avatar in your game, it's probably me. As long as it's with the display name. But yeah, still, this doesn't change the color of the brick. To do that, we need to add one more line of code here. So we'll say workspace. By the way, this is a thing you can say you don't have to do like game.workspace or game:get service workspace. So this is the best way to do it. Lowercase w workspace. Like everything's lowercase here. So we'll go workspace.color change part, or whatever you named it, dot color equals color. It's just as easy as that. If we changed it, like this is where that color that we sent from the client comes in. So now it should work. And now that we've added that one little line of code, we can see we have our gray brick right here, and now we can click it and it'll change to red, or whatever we put in there. So like if we say want it to be a little bit darker, say 200 00, we'll go here, click red, and it's not very obvious because it's only like 50 shades or so, but it is slightly darker. Also, we can go here and see it's 200 OL. Here I'll turn it to 255, so you can see that there is a slight difference. So then all we gotta do is add a few more buttons. We can add as many as we want, but I think I'll just add like 6 or so for now. So I'll fast forward through that, and I'll see you once I'm done with that. Alright, now we've added all the buttons, changed the color codes in here, so you can see that this is yellow, and this is green. They've all got different ones. If y'all know how RGB color codes work, then you'll know how to make these. Otherwise, I'll post all of them on screen right now that I'm using for this. But yeah, we'll have those 6 right there. I changed the size of each button to like 0.35, 0, 0.250, something like that. Anyway, so we can see here we got a red button, but we also got an orange button, a yellow button, green button, blue button, purple button. Now, this works just fine, and we've got this done. Now, before we go, I'll show you how to apply this to any other part. So, It's very simple to do this. We'll just have our, so we'll just have a random little sphere here. We'll call this, oh, caps lock, color marble. And all we gotta do here is go to our server-side script in server script service. Change this color change part here to color marble. But yeah, we just change the part that's getting changed to color by just changing it in the script. I'm not gonna anchor this one so I can mess around with it, but now if we join, you'll see that I've had it set to the different part in the script. So therefore, we should be able to just click. See? So this one is still gray, but this one has changed color. And we can change color as much as we want. And there we go. So, that's how you make a color changing GUI in Roblox Studio. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.